From our Center for the Arts studio, this is your Ashland University Eagle News Update. I'm Connor Dunwoodie.
And I'm Halee Heironimus. Thank you for joining us.
Ashland University will inaugurate its 30th president in its history on Friday, October 16th at 2 p.m. in the Jack and Deb Miller Chapel. A few of the speakers at the event include Joyce Lamb, Jeff Sakanga, and Ashland Mayor Glenn Stewart. The ceremony will include members from colleges and universities from all across the nation. Prior to the ceremony, there will be a march of trustees, faculty, and AU international students who will have flags from their home countries. The march leads to the Jack and Deb Miller Chapel. Musical guests will include Dr. Roland Blackley, the AU Band, and Dr. Campo's son and sister will also have a special performance at the event. Students have class off beginning at noon on the day of inauguration, and all are welcome to attend the ceremony.
After being absent for 3 years, Ashland University's athletic department announced the comeback of the men's soccer program. Director of Athletics Al King discusses the process behind the decision.
We looked at the study we did is, can you bring another team in here? It's going to give us 20 programs. Can we afford to bring another team in here? Can we support it the way that we need to support it so it can be successful? We believe we can.
The next step in the process is hiring a coach that will build a successful program. With many responses already, the goal is to bring potential coaches to AU's campus by early November.
AUTV 20 recently sat down with Student Senate's president, James Coyne, to talk about his vision for the Senate year and how he plans for the Senate to influence changes at the university.
We have a great opportunity here in the welcoming of a new president, Dr. Campo, a new Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Claiborne, that we can really begin repairing relations between the administration and the students that in the past have been ruptured by both sides really. And so this year I'd really like to get us working together back on the same page, going towards the same goals, because I think that what faculty, students, and administrators alike all want for the university is for it to be an excellent place. And so I think that we agree on a lot more than we disagree on. And so improving the relations is something I'm really focusing on, as well as improving relations between faculty and students, as I mentioned with the small class sizes and faculty advising.
The Senate has already passed a number of resolutions this year, including bills on medical amnesty, small class sizes, and faculty advising. Additionally, the students have been working with the Faculty Senate Core Committee to assist in the restructuring of the university's core. Coyne hopes the recommendations made will lead to changes soon.
This weekend, October 15th, 16th, and 17th at 7:30 p.m. in the Hugo Young Theater, the AU Theater Department is putting on the musical Quilters. AUTV 20's Ingrid Schmidt has the story.
Ashland University's Theater Department is kicking off the 2015-2016 theater season with the heartwarming musical Quilters by Molly Newman and Barbara Damashek.
The story of Quilters is based on a book of oral histories. So women were interviewed about their personal life stories. And so then the creators of the musical took the oral histories out of this book and created a story about a woman named Sarah and her 6 daughters. And Sarah is making a quilt for them that kind of documents her life and the stories of her life and her sisters and her daughters and the women that she knows. 7 actors that we've cast have really had to work hard. I think one of the reasons you choose a production of any sort is how is it going to challenge our actors and help them grow and be a learning and teaching experience for them.
Quilters is a touching production that is sure to be a wonderful start to this Ashland University theater season. For TV20, I'm Ingrid Schmidt.
Ashland County recently held their 22nd annual crop walk to raise money to fight hunger. AUTV 20's Tom Nesbitt has the story.
Among the many events which occurred in north central Ohio during the first weekend of October was the 22nd annual Ashland County Crop Hunger Walk, staged at Christ United Methodist Church in Ashland. Members of the community gathered to walk and raise money to fight hunger, both in Ashland County and around the world. Last year, the event raised $9,100. This year, coordinator Jim Pfeiffer expects an even higher amount.
I think our first crop walk was like $1,000 or $2,000, and this last year raised over $9,100. So it's been building every year. I've got a goal of $10,000, hoping to reach that. The people out there right now know there's a need. And we might not have a big number of walkers. We had a good number today, but they do contribute monetary, so it's there.
One important contributing force to this year's walk was AU Gives, Ashland University's charity-based group. Student volunteers helped set up and tear down the event, as well as take donations and even paint faces. For the students, the walk provided an opportunity for them to help their community.
This is actually my first time doing the Crop Hunger Walk, is this year. But I volunteered at other events past, like last semester I did Earth Day. So this is like my first volunteer experience with hunger for AU Gives. I kind of just love to volunteer and just raise money. So I don't know, I've always been trying to help people. So I don't know, thought it would be a good cause.
This is my first time here at Ashland. In the past, in my high school, I worked with my local Key Club, and I helped to feed the hungry at food pantries and that type of thing. So this is sort of like that, except it's more on the raising money aspect. So I just really like helping people. It's like runners when they like running. It gives you kind of like a high, like when you know you're helping someone and you know you're making an impact. It's really a great thing. Like, makes you feel really great to know that you're helping other people.
The largest contributors to the event, however, were the participants themselves, who got to enjoy a nice walk in beautiful weather for a good cause.
I've done this 3 times so far. Past 2 times I've been running it. I'll probably do it until I turn 18, then move away to college. But yeah, every year I'm in Ashland, I'll probably do it.
Whatever the total amount of money raised by this year's walk might be, it was an altogether great moment for Ashland County, as community members banded together to help those in need both locally and globally. This has been Tom Nesbitt for AUTV 20's Eagle News Update.
Ashland University is holding its 3rd annual French Film Festival to help raise attention to the French culture here on campus.
Okay, this is actually our 3rd time that we've done it in recent years. We're trying to create awareness on campus of French cinema as an art. And not only as an art, but also as a way of speaking about some of the things that are going on in the French culture throughout the world. The French culture has impacted 5 continents, and it's one of the few languages that is actually spoken still on 5 continents. We have students who have never had an experience with a French film, and this allows us to have an experience together, a collective experience.
There are 5 films that will be showing throughout October 21st at Ashland University and focus on the empowerment in women. The movies are shown at the Ronk Lecture Hall in the Dwight Scharr Education Building and are open to the public.
The first philanthropic event of this school year for Ashland University's Delta Zeta chapter was also one of its largest. The Hike for Hearing event, an effort held in coordination with DZ chapters across the country to raise money for their main philanthropy partner.
This is actually our first year hosting this event on campus. This is a national philanthropy, so every Delta Zeta chapter around the U.S. is actually hosting a Hike for Hearing, since we pledged to raise $5 million in 5 years for Starkey Hearing Foundation. And this is super exciting for us as Delta Zetas having this event on our campus. This year we are only the 3rd chapter to do this. Bowling Green did theirs and Kent State just did theirs last week. My goals coming into this event were to raise close to $5,000, as close as we can possibly get, to send to Starkey Hearing Foundation and to have a successful event.
It's really memorable for us just because Delta Zeta is the first sorority nationally that want to have all of their chapters have a national philanthropy event. So this is really special to us that we can almost make history in a way and hopefully just continue to have successful Hike for Hearings in the future. So it's really great to be a part of. They set a goal, a fundraising goal for all chapters, and so this year ours was $5,000. I think we've done really, really well with that so far, just because today is the event, so this is where we want to raise the most funds. But before we were fundraising, posting links, donation links, and all of that, and we raised over $1,000 just from that. And so hopefully we can at least come close to our $5,000 goal. But I think anything that we raise to give to Starkey Hearing Foundation is really such a great thing for us to be able to do. This past year, we made a promise with Starkey Hearing Foundation, who is our main organization that we support, to raise $5 million. by 2020. So in the next 5 years, they want all Delta Zeta chapters, which is over 240 collegiate chapters, to raise $5 million. And so already for Starkey, we have raised over $400,000. And so just in half of a year, we've already come so far. And so that is what we're doing here today, and we're really happy that we can contribute to that.
Dozens of participants came out and walked or ran the path that surrounded Freer Field. During the 2-hour event Saturday morning, surrounding the path were signs that stated facts regarding hearing loss, particularly in reference to teenagers. Internal Philanthropy Chair Brittany Hens said that the event is the first of at least 4 philanthropic events planned by the Delta Zeta chapter for the coming year. For more Ashland University news and sports, don't forget to check out the Collegian at www.ashlandcollegian.com.
And tune in every weekday morning from 7 to 9 to the Early Birds Word on 88.9 WRDL. That's it for this Ashland University Eagles News Update. I'm Halee Heironimus.
And I'm Connor Dunwoodie. Thanks for joining us.